Good 18. Caught red-handed. Within 15 minutes of getting back on the road, exhaustion drops onto Scoob with so much weight, the thought of even lifting his arms seems outlandish. Another bad word. Guy's taken over Scoob's brain. He vaguely remembers Gma saying, "Kiddo, I think we might have to park it for the night." Though how and when he winds up in his bunk, freshly showered, it seems, for the night, he's not sure. When Scoob wakes, though, the RV is in motion. He peeks out his window and the fog instantly clears from his brain. It's pitch dark outside. "Gma," he says, not alert enough to get a lid on his panic. "Go back to sleep, kiddo." "What time is it? Why are we driving at night?" "Sleep, child. Don't you worry about all of that." "But aren't you tired, Gma?" I'm fine. Grabbed a few of those 5-hour energy things when I checked us out of the campground. Go on to sleep now. That's an order." So, he does. The next time his eyes open, something feels off. It's too quiet. He startles, and his foot, missing a sock, strikes something hard and sharp-edged. He groans and instinctively rolls to his side. Almost falls right off the edge of the bunk. "Whoa," he says, quickly shifting back and putting a hand over his chest to try and slow his breathing and heart rate down. Then he sees what he kicked. Chima's treasure chest, which in this moment is giving him a serious case of the creeps. He shifts his bunk curtain and sees that the one around Chima's bed is closed. But he doesn't hear her snoring. "Chima, you asleep?" No reply. Chima?" Still nothing, which he hopes doesn't mean. He gulps and climbs down. When he pulls the very edge of her curtain back, he almost passes out. From relief. The bed is perfectly made and perfectly empty. But where the heck is she? And almost more importantly, where are they? Still in Texas? He looks out the dining booth window. Sun's high in the sky, and there's a gas station a short distance away, but the lot where the RV is parked is otherwise abandoned. Where do you go, Gma? In the barely visible reflection from the window glass, Scoob notices a white rectangle on the fridge beneath the Six Flags Over Texas magnet Gma bought, and whiffs around. It's got his name on it and that loopy scrawl of Gma's, though there are places where the edges of letters go jagged or flat, and even a place where she was pressing down so hard, she poked a hole in the paper. Strange. He pulls it off. "My beloved William, welcome to Abilene, Texas. I ran out for some fresh air and to find us a new map. Failed to grab one during our last gas stop, and according to my old map, this is the last decent-sized city we'll pass through for a while. I left the generator on, and there's cereal in the cabinet and food in the fridge if you're hungry. TV remote is in the top drawer below the cooktop. Love, Gma Ruby Jean." Scoob returns the note to the table and stares at the vast concrete wasteland surrounding the RV and sighs. After 3 bowls of corn pops, 2 smoked turkey and manchego sandwiches, gotta love the fancy grandma cheese, and a bathroom break that required half a can of air freshener and 3 open windows, Gma still hasn't returned. So he takes her other sort of suggestion and turns on the TV. The antenna only picks up 4 channels. One is religious, if the cowboy-looking guy hopping around a purple carpeted stage and adding "ah" to every third word of what he's saying is any indication. "And I said, the good Lord, he is among us." Then there's a channel entirely in Spanish playing what is surely a sappy soap opera. The final 2 appear to be local channels. There's a television judge on one, going off on some bad roommate who ran up a water bill too high, and the other is playing a show where four ladies are sitting around a table talking. He leaves it tuned there and goes to his backpack for the road map, circle some spots on the route, and draw in some doodles. Cowboy hat, roller coaster, giant tower of death, just for something to do. He's putting the finishing touches on the fifth of Six Flags when a loud and piercing beep sounds from the TV. The words Amber Alert begin scrolling across the bottom of the screen as the picture cuts to a newsroom. Curious, Scoob increases the volume as the somber-looking newscaster dude starts talking. In breaking news, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming with an emergency message. The City of Atlanta Police Department has issued a multi-state Amber Alert for an 11-year-old boy last seen entering a recreational vehicle outside his home this past Friday. The boy is believed to be with Ruby Jean Lamar, his 76-year-old grandmother, who is currently under investigation in connection with a string of thefts involving jewelry stores in the Atlanta area. The boy's father said he last spoke to Ms. Lamar on Saturday and that while he had no direct contact with the boy, he has reason to believe his son is in Ms. Lamar's care. A cell phone, formerly in Ms. Lamar's possession, was located at a campground in Monroe, Louisiana, shortly before authorities received an anonymous tip from two gas station employees in Shreveport. Based on recent surveillance video from a Subway store just outside Dallas, Texas, Ms. Lamar is believed to be headed west across the Lone Star State with her grandson in tow. If not for the pictures that appear on the screen, Scoob would have assumed there was a second Ruby Jean Lamar out in the world somewhere. But there's no denying the school photo Scoob took this past October and an image of G-Ma from a 4th of July barbecue last year, which he knows because he took the picture. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of William Lamar and or Ruby Jean Lamar, please call the number on the screen below. The beep sounds again, and then the TV cuts back to the chatting ladies. Scoob stares at the center of the screen without actually seeing anything. He has to get some air. Now, he's vaguely conscious of his weight shifting to his feet, and then the coolness against his palm from the metal of the door latch. Then there's hot air smudged with cigarette smoke hitting his face. The moment Scoob's foot touches down on the concrete, he hears a gasp. And there's Chima, putting out a lit cigarette against the side of her new sweet ride. She's got a whole pack in her other hand. They make eye contact, and she freezes. Scoob stops breathing. Oh boy, Chima says. Scoob couldn't respond if he tried. Guess I'm caught red-handed. Route 19. Route 12. Off the grid.